Darius Slay. They replaced Darius Slay. Darius Slay was a corner. Lions lost. But it's like, I don't know why you'd run off Matthew Stafford. And I know his winning percentage is not great. But, again, I think we've talked about Matthew Stafford before. I think Matthew Stafford's one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
I think he's immensely talented. If you look at how well he played the year before, where he played pretty much the whole year, and particularly before he got injured at the beginning of the year, like those first few games, like he was playing lights out.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, I'll just say real quick, Lugs, why would you want to – I mean, not saying you think they should. Why do you think they want to run them off?
I think they're going to stand behind Patricia, and I think the easiest way for Patricia to survive is to blame it on quarterback play. But I mean, it's hard to say within the confines of an organization. All I know is that Matthew Stafford has been there when he had absolutely nobody to throw to, nobody to hand the ball to, and yet he still kept them in games. And
put up big numbers too.
He still does. He's got a little bit better play and a little bit better defense, but I don't think that they have the quality of players that stack up with Stafford's talent. And maybe it would be better for him somewhere else where he'd have a shot, because they're never going to have a shot. They just don't.
Mm-mm.
I don't think they have a shot.
The North is getting flaky, though, Lugs.
No. My favorite thing, I'll just put this real quick about the North, because I know from like the way you talk, you're like, well, I made a big mistake in predicting that the Detroit Lions last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, they would win the NFC North. I say not so fast, and this is the main reason, because I'm not saying any of these teams are good. I think if any of these teams get in the playoffs in the NFC North, I don't think they do anything. I think any of those teams can win the North. I think Green Bay didn't do a lot in the offseason. I'm not saying the Bears retinkered their defense and maybe they got a little bit better on offense. I don't know if they did or not. Vikings lost a lot of people, so like they're going to have to play a lot of young people. I'm not going to say they aren't going to be well coached, but they're going to be really green. So like to say the Lions can't win it is not out of the realm of possibility. I just think none of these teams really matter. And like when you get to the Super Bowl, like none of them are going to be there.
Right. Yeah, I can say that. I can. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go back to yesteryear.
Yesteryear. All right.
I play this theme because former Miss America Phyllis George, who at age 26 broke the glass ceiling, has hosted the NFL Today in 1976. Later, First Lady of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The Commonwealth of Kentucky. She died over the weekend in Lexington. She was 70 years old. This was it, man. Irv Cross, Jimmy the Greek, and that'll kick off Sports of Yesteryear. Lugs, take it away.
All right. Well, in 1956, Mickey Mantle hits a home run from both sides of the plate for a record third time. That's the Mixter, going back to the Pee Wee Reese era. In 1963, 88 Preakness, Bill Shoemaker won on Candy Spots. Let me find the one that I really like down here.
Candy Spots?
Candy Spots. Yeah, I know. And here, let's get a little hockey in. What the heck? 2008 NHL Eastern Conference Final. Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Philadelphia Flyers 4-1. Okay.
Yeah.
And
good.
I guess we'll end with a little bit of horse racing. Last year, the Preakness War of Will with Tyler Gaffalione aboard wins for trainer Mark Casse by a nose from Everlast. That is your sort of odd sort of fact.
That's Sports of Yesteryear. Brett Musburger would say, you're looking live, but really we're talking about dead people. Also, rest in peace, Fred Willard this week. Comic great. Rest in peace, Ken Osmond, Eddie Haskell on Leave It to Beaver. He appeared in 6 seasons, 97 episodes.
The one fact that I remember about him was he ended up leaving acting to become a California highway patrolman,
Correct.
I believe.
Correct.
But he didn't get to play on Chips. I wonder if they ever had him on Chips.
No, I read a little deeper on Mr. Haskell, Mr. Osmond. Guess what? He got shot 5 times in a high-speed pursuit, and that ended his police career about 1988.
Wow, but he hung in a long time.
He did. He was a cop for a long time in Los Angeles, California. Hello. So, yeah.
Could you imagine the first couple of years, if he pulled you over and you're looking up and it's Eddie Haskell? I mean, that would have been a lot to overcome as a police officer. Of course, with a pistol, I guess, you got a little oomph.
Yeah. Okay, is it time for wild-ass predictions?
It feels like it. It feels like
it. Does, doesn't it?
We need some wild-ass.
22 minutes.
T-Dog.
Yeah, go, man.
You want me to go? All right. Let me just conjure something up.
Conjure.
The Colts, who were disgraced with only one primetime game, which is an insult. That's ridiculous. They will win the AFC South.
Wow. Okay.
Well, other than Houston, who's going to be their competition?
They got Titans.
Tennessee, baby.
Yeah, come on now.
Titans. That was just an aberration. That was strange.
Vrabel.
I'm not going to agree with you, but I'm not going to disagree.
You don't have faith in Vrabel? I like Vrabel.
I think long term they'll be good. Offensively, do I believe what their offense kind of did last year to continue this year? No. I think, to be fair to your point, J-Ball, long term, yes, they'll be fine. I think they'll still have to retinker their offense a little bit.
Yeah, they got to get a couple of receivers, I would say. I mean, Derrick Henry can only take a pounding for so long.
Well, my main thing is that, as great as Derrick Henry is, he's run a lot these last 2 years. Like, their fate is decided on a running back's legs, and that's never a good thing to do in 2020.
Yeah.
Didn't Derrick Henry say, "Give me liberty or give me the ball"? That was Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry back in the day.
Or was that Patrick Henry Hughes?
Didn't see that coming. I didn't. That one I didn't. No. That you win. 1 point for you, sir. Okay, Lugs, what do you got on your prediction?
Let me think. I'm going to predict that Rick Pitino won't last long at where is he? Iona
Buick. Yeah.
He won't even last a full season at Iona. Somebody will, something strange is going to happen. The man is jinxed or whatever. So that's my prediction.
Yeah, my prediction is I'm going to agree with what we talked about earlier. There will be no baseball this year. There's no way. They can't do that.
I don't see how you can. I just don't. Just a sort of a side note, I was talking to some guys in Campbellsville, and they've had an uptick in cases since some of the places have reopened. So
I'll bet.
So they were saying it was like 8 new cases 3 days after they had opened up for restaurants and things. So I just don't see, with those sort of anecdotal things floating around, I don't see how you could pull that off and make people feel safe or whatever. Well, they're not going to have people in the stadium anyway, but.
Swendella Bread is our sponsor. At 3 a.m. when you're in bed, Swendella bakers are baking bread, and that is one reason it tastes so good, like oven-fresh Swendella should. When it's Swendella, it's a swella fella. You stop in and you ask for that fella himself.
Fish.
Yeah, he's there.
My man Fish. I was thinking about something else. I was thinking we need to get Bunny Bread as a sponsor, but that's another thing.
On your next sales call, you go work that out. Swendella Bread now available with curbside service. We don't let our bread loaf.
Oh.
Once again
but
from the ballpark.
That brings us back to fishes and loaves. Let's get religious.
Once again
Sorry.
from the ballpark, repeating the final score. Sport Weasels 20, COVID-19. So long, everybody. We're done.